Good afternoon. It's April the 15th, 16th, sorry. Yeah, I'm back. I was in Lethbridge over the last few days, and although I toyed with the idea of walking in Lethbridge, I never did it. So that's why I haven't been here, but I'm here now. Last walk I did was around the lake, I think, and this is going to be around the lake again. So since we went clockwise last time, we'll go counterclockwise this time. At the moment, I'm between two condo buildings here where I've been before. Probably bunny rabbits down there if I went to look, but oh, there's one now. Oh, look, they've changed color too. He's much browner than he was before. There's a whole family of them that lives right in here, and as you can see, he's fairly calm about people. Yeah, they were white the last time I really took notice of them, so they're rapidly getting their fall colors, spring colors. We'll go over here so we can use the crosswalk. I was at WordBridge, which was a writing conference in Lethbridge. It was successful, I thought. I was on a couple of panels and I did a presentation, not a presentation really, a workshop called the 7-Sentence Short Story, which I've done before. It was created by James Van Pelt, who's a very good science fiction fantasy short story writer. He's done longer stuff too, but primarily a short story writer and a former high school student. So it's a framework where if you follow it, you end up with a complete, satisfying short story in 7 sentences. So I've done it a few times, and it's always quite popular, and so it proved to be again this time. Those who did it really liked it. If you go to my website, edwardwillett.com, you can see the story I wrote. It's called Cold Feet. Or if you sign up for my Substack, I now have a Substack, edwardwillett.substack.com. It's taking the place of my old newsletter, so if you'd like to follow my writing activities, that would be the place to go. Everything's free at the moment. At some point I will start well, I have paid subscriptions set up, but I haven't done anything to justify them yet. Probably I'll be posting fiction on there for paid subscribers, I think is what I'll be doing. So if you'd like to read some of my fiction in the future, think about subscribing once I start doing that. On a paid level, but you can subscribe right now free and get my newsletter. There's the front of the College Gardens building, the first one built here in the old side of the Central Collegiate. Over here, of course, is the college building. Nice look at it. Nice view of it, actually, there. Nice look at it. The sky's fairly dramatic. There's a storm coming, apparently. Snow, rain. I may be walking in the snow again later in the week. I don't know if it'll stick or not, as warm as the ground is, but who knows. Soon enough, we all will, I guess. There's be a cop car parked up there in front of the Connexus Credit Union building. Been doing a lot of Kickstarter stuff. Have I mentioned the Kickstarter? I know I have, but let's mention it again. I'm running a Kickstarter to fund Shapers of Worlds Volume 5, the 5th anthology featuring authors who were guests on my podcast. In this case, in the 5th year, obviously. And that's at shapersofworlds.com. No, sorry. tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds5. So you'll find that. Could walk right through the building. I have done that before. But I think I'll stay outside today. It's dark hall in front of us. It's where we'll be doing Beauty and the Beast in about 6 weeks' time, 5 weeks' time. I'm playing Maurice, Belle's father. We were rehearsing the scene last night that includes the mob song, Kill the Beast. One of the great things about playing Maurice is that I don't have to learn any choreography. One of the bad things is that I'm now playing the old guys. There's all this talk of, forget the old man, kill the beast. Who you calling old, buddy? Anyway, looking forward to that. I haven't done a full stage show for a while. I've done lots of music stuff, but I haven't done a stage musical for a while, so looking forward to it. And also my daughter's in it as well, which is cool. She's in the dance corps. She auditioned for Belle. It would have been great if she'd been cast as Belle so I could be her father in real life and off stage, but even though she sang beautifully, she did not get the part. Such is the theater. I also did a podcast interview over the weekend. I made it live with Kristen Ciccarelli. She's a New York Times bestselling YA author. Her latest book is called Heartless Hunter, inspired by the Scarlet Pimpernel. So you can find that on the YouTube channel, obviously. And I also, just today, interviewed somebody else, Jennifer Ann Gordon, who's a horror writer. And she used to be an actor and actually did musical theater as well. So we talked about that a bit. If we go over this way, we'll see a bit of the water slide up there in the new Wascana pool, which just opened last summer. Probably will open around the long weekend in May, I would guess, about the same time we're doing Beauty and the Beast over there in Dark Hall. Assuming it's warm enough. It's not snowing, which it has been known to do on the Victoria Day weekend, but hopefully not this year. So there's the new pool and the water slide over there, and the new central facility for it. Starting to be workers working on the grounds of the park here. Last time I walked this way, I came going the other direction, so there you go. Completely different, going in the opposite direction. It's about 13 degrees. I'm just wearing a sweater. I probably could have just gone with shirt sleeves because by the time I've walked a bit, the sweater's going to seem pretty warm, but it seemed cool starting out, so I went with the sweater. Not quite sure why it has such a broad yellow band down the middle of the sidewalk. Case of a lineup, I guess, to get in? I don't know. I've been walking by this while it was being built over the last couple of years. Then there's this little, there's actually somebody there, sort of concession stand here that seems to be open year round. I think the last time I walked in this direction, it was still snowy. Playground over there. Okay, we'll get up here. We will turn right because last time we went left. That was on was that Thursday of last week, I guess? Yeah, Thursday of last week. A lot has happened since then. The Kickstarter, which I already mentioned at tinyurl.com/shapersofworlds 5, is at 55% funded of the 12,000 goal after 1 week. First week ended today at noon. On a 30-day campaign, so 23 days to go. You always get this big surge, and then you get these really depressing doldrums in the middle where nothing seems to happen very much. So now I'm doing a lot of additional social media and stuff in the hopes to at least pick up a few more backers. At the end, you usually get a bit of a surge too, but you want to be funded before you get there, ideally. Legislative building. And yeah, last time we came this way, there was ice everywhere. There's still ice all over, and now it's all gone. In the last 5 days, it's all melted. I wondered how busy it would be. I didn't think it would be that busy on a Tuesday afternoon, but I was surprised how many people don't have jobs, like me. It's the gazebo. As I often mention, I have performed there, and I was once attended a wedding that took place up there too. Geese everywhere. There'll be baby geese pretty soon. Classic Saskatchewan view, Regina view anyway.
She wants to serve her times this week because she's a knot on her.
Bingo. Baby carriage. That would be one of my bingo cards if I ever do the bingo idea that I've talked about. Might be chilly if I wasn't exercising, but warm me up in the sweater. Oh, look. Unstable. Nothing blocking the signal unless it's because of the trees, but why would it be unstable here? Sastel, inquiring minds want to know. Well, that was one reason I didn't walk in Lethbridge, was that I only had LTE. But on the other hand, here I am probably buffering like crazy right now, and nothing I can do about it. That's what just happened. Oh. Hold on. $5 to boost my data usage for the rest of the month. So that's kind of annoying. So I hope you enjoyed the interregnum there. I don't know what that looked like on the actual live stream. It's like everybody left. So I hope I'm still connected. Anyway, most people watch the reruns anyway, the replay, recording, whatever you want to call it. Oh, they've done something different over here, have they? Oh, no, they haven't. I thought for a minute they'd filled in the sinkhole there, but they haven't. All right. Well, I hope you're still with me, or somebody comes back to me. Nope, there's a 1 there again, so somebody has either come back or just joined. Anyway, as I was saying, here we go around the lake again. Now that I've bought more data usage, we hopefully won't get interrupted for the rest of the walk by that, anyway. This is the dam up here. It's like the bridge is just flying the Canadian flag right now, so probably means no special days to commemorate at the moment. The flags change depending on what's going on in the city, or sometimes the world. We'll be over there once we walk around the lake before too long. So here's the dam. There's a lot of water flowing, it sounds like. The creek will be quite high. I need to get along the creek, and I probably will do that this week as well. See how high it is. No danger of flooding this year, I don't think. Yeah, so just Thursday when I was here, there was still ice covering much of the lake, and now it's gone, just like that. We're back into the liquid season. Noah Kahn has that song called Stick Season. My daughter's a big Noah Kahn fan, has been to 2 of his concerts. And I like his music, what I've heard of it. So we're still kind of in stick season, but it's going to turn into green season in another month or so. You can see a tinge of green in the grass, actually. That's the first thing that will green up. It's already started that process. An airplane going overhead. We'll walk up where the ornamental gardens will be in a few more weeks. Get a good view of the legislative building there as we do that. Over there is where we came from and where we will end up again. Bye. More ducks. I'll cut across here because we're going to go through the gardens there. Check for bicycles, because the bicycles don't usually check for the pedestrians, though they should. Here's where the ornamental gardens will be. They're not very ornamental at the moment. Just bare beds. Oh, it's a gull hoping for a handout or a dropped bit of food. Geese are already out. There's Sir Walter Scott, first Premier of the province, with his plans for the legislative building in his hand. And there's the legislative building itself. Well over 100 years old now. The Canadian flag, Saskatchewan flag, and the Union Jack flying on it. Statue of Queen Elizabeth in front of it, and she unveiled in 2005 on a rainy day when my daughter gave flowers to her, which was cool. Her favorite horse there was from Saskatchewan. One she often wore in the Trooping of the Colours. Hi, Roger. I can't take credit for the views, they're just here. I had nothing to do with them. The Ukrainian flag flying there too, because there's a large Ukrainian community in Saskatchewan. There's the Queen, Her late Majesty. Nice view of the two of them together. The two of them being her in the legislative building. Not really two of a kind, but oh, and if you look that way, of course, you look right straight smack downtown to City Hall, actually. I do wish they'd give you some sort of warning that you're about to run out of your data usage so it doesn't happen in the middle of your live streamed walk like it just happened. But I suppose not everybody's doing live streamed walks. But I am. I deserve a message. Don't you know who I am? I'm the walking in Regina guy. Last view of the front of the ledge. And we go this way. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Good. Someone I know. Okay, it's not quite the last view of the front of the ledge, because there it is, but I'm walking up to the, I guess this is the east wing. I'm sure there was a time in its history when that door would have been unlocked, but not anymore, I'm sure. Have to go through security at the front of the building if you're an ordinary person anyway. I don't want to wax too nostalgic, but there was a time when so much peace, order, and good government was the motto of Canadians, apparently. I'm an American by birth, but in these days, I don't think we have too much of any of those. Division, disorder, and bad government seems to be where we're at. But enough of my political opinions. Up ahead is the Trafalgar Fountain, which did in fact stand in Trafalgar Square in London at one point. Fountain's not on yet. Look straight across. There's a viewing point, which I've often stood on when I'm on that side of the lake. So it's all carefully lined up. Obviously, they built the thing over there long after this was built, but they placed it so you could get a perfect east to west view of the legislative building. Tennis courts over there I walk by quite often. No water in there yet, but it'll come soon. I think might have done some work on cleaning up. Or maybe the wind just did that, I suppose, put the leaves in those neat little piles. It's possibly just the wind. Community safety officer. Come up to the lake now. We'll be alongside it for most of the rest of the walk. Roberts Plaza over there is the apartment building. Nexus Arts Center over there. We'll get closer to it as we continue to walk, both of those buildings. Honk, honk, honk. Quack, quack, quack. Actually, those are ducks. Looking at Spruce Island over there, which is basically wildlife habitat, not used for anything else. There are a lot of geese calling somewhere over there. Maybe by Pine Island. We'll see them when we get over there. Well, you can hear the ducks, but there they are. Get nice views all along here through the trees of the lake. Coming up to the Holodomor Memorial, in memory of all the Ukrainians killed by Russia during the Stalin years and the genocide that took place in mass starvation that took place in Ukraine. As I said, we have a lot of Ukrainians here, and I believe, if I remember what I read right, Saskatchewan legislature was the first government in the world to recognize the Holodomor as a genocide. So good on us. We've been quite a while ago now. Yeah, I think the geese must be over by Pine Island from the sound of it, so we'll probably see a bunch of them when we get over there. Checking my microphone to make sure it's It's just a work shed over there, looking after the park. And you can see a tinge of green on the grass now. Should we go up and look at the totem pole today? Why not? I think it's dry enough. Donated by the government of British Columbia to mark, I believe, the centennial of BC's entrance into Confederation, and then got run down. Oh, good timing, Kirk from Vancouver. Got run down, and the son of the artist who made it restored it a few years ago. That's all on a plaque here somewhere. There we go. We look down, you can read it there. Donated by the native Indian people of British Columbia to commemorate the centenary of the Union, July 20th, 1871, of the province of British Columbia with Canada. Quetzalcoatl totem pole, carved by Vancouver, BC, by Mr. Lloyd Wadhams of Nimpikish Indian Band, a project of the First Citizens Fund and the British Columbia Centennial Committee. And I'm quite sure it was then restored a few years ago by his son. So, not something they built and the Plains Indians built, but certainly something that British Columbia is known for. Made out of cedar, I'm sure. There you go. And now we'll go back to the lake. Hello, Black Cad. Hoping to be here one day, says Johnson, is it? I suppose we could take the dirt path down. I think it's dry enough instead of following the pavement here. So let's do that today, just to keep things different. There's often a lot of geese down here, but not so many just yet. There's a couple. Oh, a couple down here where somebody is also took the path down here. Don't know why. She seems to be singing to herself. That's a little concerning, so I'll come up here. Anyway, you can go down there and closer to the water if you wish. And apparently stand by a dead tree and sing, if that's what you like to do.